a lot of reading poetry and argument and narratives and analyzing their strengths and things that we would like to apply in our own writing, and then applying it to our own writing. At the end of each seminar, after we talk about the piece of writing that we've analyzed, we go over and say what are things that we'd like to try and develop in our own writing, and then we create a writing piece or continue and apply it to our one that we've already started. I really do love poetry, and I don't think I've ever read a poem that I hated with a burning passion, but I just really enjoy poetry a lot. I started writing poetry last year because I got bored with novels and I decided I can't develop this anymore, and I started writing poetry, and I guess I kind of sparked my own interest in it. I definitely think I've helped myself become better with just writing in general, because there's always small things. I mean, I wrote a poem and Miss T told me that I was overwhelming the reader with language in it, and I realized that you don't want to hurt the reader in a sense, and you want to make them feel comfortable with reading. You want to invite them in, is the words that we used. So it's called Memories. When you think of me, do you think of all those summer nights we spent listening to indie bands no one knew the name of? And when you think of me, do you think of us watching the sunrise on the private beach that wasn't ours? I bet when you think of the nights we spent sleeping in hotels wrapped in each other's warmth, you can still smell the lingering scent of laundry detergent and honey and citrus shampoo. Because I know you never stopped loving me, and it's too bad I stopped loving you a long time ago.
We start with grammar. We actually didn't do as much grammar this year, but that was just how it happened. So we take a sentence and analyze it and take notes and stuff like that. And then we usually have pre-selected readings, like a packet of arguments, a packet of poetry, and a book. And then we do seminars on them, and we see basically what we can steal from the author, which is how Miss T puts it. So, little stuff that we can use in our own writing. And then we do takeaways, and then we use those takeaways, and then we have a good amount of time to just sit and write. I guess I've been trying to improve my prose because it doesn't come as easily to me as poetry. So it's called August.
Okay.
An angel of green lashed to a vine, smiling at me. Arms flung back, hair strewn about. Wake up with the sun, watch her dance. Scented wood, cool breezes, visitors, welcome. Sticky hands separating golden yolks, whipped white clouds, sunshine pours in, running, yelling through the house. Strawberries piled high on golden platters of cake, a beautiful secret, a peeping little head. I wanted quiet, solitude. My house is full of children. I smile into the phone, laughing. God gives us what we need, not what we want.
We alternate between a few things. We spend about a third of the time doing seminars, and inside seminars we do one each, or we try to do one each day, and we'll do one working on the story Homecoming. We'll do one working on an essay packet that we have, and one for a poem packet. And besides that, we also spend time working on our own writing, such as we're writing our own short story. We're also writing our own argument, and we're writing our own poem. Becoming a better writer all around, and I feel like the better the writer I am, the more options that will be open for me in the future. The dream. I awaken to being in a dream. I am still dreaming, but I am knowing. Here I can do as I please, and I can be anyone I want. I know exactly what I want to do, and do it. I awaken again to being in a dream stream. This is what I choose, because now I can do as I please. I get up and float downstairs as happy as can be, and I relive yesterday. I relive all of the flaws in the day, and I make the day perfect, and lay on my bed of clouds, ready to dream a dream. I awaken once more to being in 3 dreams dream. Once again, I remold yesterday, doing as I please. I am aware of what will happen, and I know how to make it better than perfect. I only want to have fun today, and I do just that. I do exactly as I please, soaring above the clouds and more. I have the greatest day ever. There is something wrong, though, for this day is as far from perfect as perfect can be. I now realize the truth, and I am done dreaming. So I awake, and I awake again, and again, and again, and I sit up in a cold sweat, jarred from the nightmare.
I liked when we just sat down and we wrote, and we could write whatever we want, whatever our heart desired, and I just liked being able to write for long periods of time, like without the bell ringing, because class is over. We have a piece of paper that tells us what we should do. Like, I would read my argument aloud, and then my partner would read the same argument aloud. Then she would say what she likes about it, then she would say what she doesn't like about it and what I should fix, and then we flip roles, and then I do the same thing to her as she did to me. There in the sky. There in the sky, shining like neon lights, stars scattered like rain on a window pane, full of hopes and dreams, glistening and glimmering, sparkling and shimmering, trying to be seen, catching attention from passers-by, holding gazes towards the sky, a light show that makes you want to fly, full of wonder there in the sky.
So this is our seminar room, and we came in here usually about 3 times a day to discuss the reading that we've done before the center. And we discussed argument, poetry, and a book that we read Homecoming. And Miss T would usually generate a question, and we would all launch into discussion about that certain topic, and we would go through the pieces that we've read and talk about it. And for each poem that we had, we created a list of things that we wanted to mimic in our writing style to make us better writers. And then we also did that for arguments, which not all of them are up here, but then we also have our rules for seminar. And language for our reader we came up with by looking at other people's writing and then our own writing. And to improve, we took phrases from the poems, the arguments, and then the novel. This was specifically in my writing because I tend to overwrite things, so I had to go back and think about ways that I could edit it and just imply certain things without telling the reader directly.